District semifinal Tuesday in Division 4 as two familiar foes meet once again. 4th-seeded Buckeye Central taking on 2nd-seeded and defending district champion Monroeville. We got all the action coming your way on your smartphone, TV, PC, tablet, any smart device you have, and it's coming your way next.
There's a blood shortage and we came up to Dead Lover's Point at midnight on Friday the 13th.
Lame.
Guess I'm gonna waste all this blood by dying in a predictable horror movie way.
50% of Americans like watching blood get spilled in horror movies, but only 3% donate it. When was the last time you donated blood?
Take a look at all the action from Friday Night Football right here in North Central Ohio with great analysis, highlights, coach interviews, and so much more every single Friday night right here on the OH Report.
Nice look to Denbo. Beautiful behind the back move. Oh my goodness, ankle breaker. And it's the shot. Wow.
Are you aggressive and traveling? Are you trapping? Inside to Holloway.
2-on-2 fast break. Ramsey has it, takes it herself. Off the glass. And Curfew comes back.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Willard High School for tonight's Division 4 District Volleyball semifinal between 4th-seeded Buckeye Central and the 2nd-seed defending regional champion Monroeville. Hello, everybody. My name is Travis Berardi alongside Hayden Gray, and once again, Buckeye Central and Monroeville in the district tournament. Yeah, it just feels like we're seeing the same thing year in and year out here. It seems like we're on a repeat cycle, but I'm not complaining. These are two really, really entertaining teams, and we're going to see, Monroeville continue their dominance over Buckeye Central as they both continue to get here year in and year out. And let's get right into the heart of things today in the BS Media Production pregame. BS Media Productions. It's a familiar face for us.
Yeah, owned by a pretty nifty guy.
For affordable video production in North Central Ohio, nobody has better quality and better prices than BS Media Pros. And let's take a look at the 4 seed Buckeye Central. They swept New London 3-0 in a match you could see on our OH Report Facebook and YouTube channels whenever you want to. This is their 3rd straight tournament meeting with Monroeville. Serving. We talk about serving, especially last night in that Galleon matchup. If you just keep it inside the lines, well, they have a 90.5 serving percentage. So they keep it in play and set up possibly a mistake or just set up the return where they have a chance of getting a kill. And all of their losses, all 11 losses, are the teams that are in the district round, and only 2 teams that they lost to were under the top 2. They were 3 seeds. So they played some really good competition in the regular season.
Yeah, their resume speaks for themselves, and I think that showed us how good the Northern 10 was when Buckeye Central was down towards the middle of the pack. Obviously, they met Monroeville earlier this year over at Monroeville. Lady Eagles won that in 3 sets, but it was 25-19, 26-24, 25-14, so very competitive sets. So looking to, split the season series tonight in the match that means a lot more, obviously, here in the tournament.
One of the players to watch tonight for Buckeye Central, well, it was our MVP last week, and that is one Kimmy Biglin. 148 total kills, 38 blocks, which is second on the team, and she is hitting 123, but she came up big, especially in the final set to sweep New London.
Yeah, they were going back and forth. That was another matchup where the sets, you really had to grind it out to get the win, and she did a really nice job for them. It's a loaded team. You hear the McDougal names a lot, and we'll talk about them at some point during the broadcast tonight, but Biglin, another name that certainly deserves some attention for the Buckettes this season.
Now, they have won 5 of their last 7 matches. Their 2 losses are to Brecksville Broadview Heights, a Division I squad, and then Galleon, who we saw win their way into a district championship in Division III last night. Now, let's switch teams up now and take a look at the reigning defending district champion, regional champion, Monroeville. 14-0 in the conference, 19-4 overall. Swept Mansfield Christian pretty easily in that match you saw live and free last week. This is one of the biggest stats that blew my mind. They have not been swept since 2017. Every single match since the midway point of 2017, they have won at least 1 set. That is just crazy.
Well, and speaking of the year 2017, Travis, that was the last time that Monroeville dropped a match to Buckeye Central. That year, Buckeye Central went on to the state semis. But so, over the last, why does 2017 feel so close? But that was 8 years ago. So in that time span, 2 remarkable.
5 years ago. It's 2017.
Oh, I'm way ahead of the game here. All right, I'm a little bit ahead of the game.
But still, that's crazy. The 5 years. After that 1 year, Monroeville's won the 4 straight district championships. And we were talking about serving, 92.6%. And this team, a lot of aces on this squad.
Yeah, they've got a couple of fantastic hitters, and we'll go ahead and dive into our player spotlight.
And that is Madison Reber, 181 season kills, 40.5 kill percentage. We talk about Maddie Daniel and, 50%. So 1 out of every 2 swipes she has is a kill. Pretty much the same for this phenomenal freshman who is hitting 260 for the Lady Eagles. And we were talking about this on the drive up. This might be a more balanced squad than we saw last year. And last year's squad went to a state Final Four.
Yeah, it's hard on a familiar name last year was Grayson Yoder. Obviously, she graduated, and there were some question marks that would be left with her vacancy. But the youth in this program have really stepped up. I believe Maddie Daniel talked to us about that last time when they played Buckeye Central and just really gave her hat off to all the freshmen that have really stepped up and just kind of helped this program reload. Even with the lack of experience, they've just been able to bring that and put that in a great run this year.
Let's take it down to the court for the playing of our national anthem. the Star-Spangled Banner. Back now to the BS Media Productions pregame as we get ready to bring up the roster players for both sides. First, for Buckeye Central, the 4 seed, McDougal, Colleen, McDougal, Biglin, Schicks, Adams, Seifert, Deppen, Jury, and McDougal. The law firm of McDougal, and McDougal, one of the main reasons why Buckeye Central is here in this district semifinal.
Yeah, the trio of sisters, and then also coached by their mother, Missy McDougal. So that name has a big impact on this program this season.
Should take a look at the fans from Chuck City and the Chuck City fans. Actually, that's the Lucas Lady Cubs over there getting ready. They'll be in the second semifinal. You'll watch that. It'll be about a half hour after the conclusion of this one, but we got this one to go. So we take a look now at the Monroeville roster. First off, Lily White, who I call the human shovel because anything within a 7-foot radius, she digs. Cherry, Clark, Adams, Poths, Adams, Lyons, Tyler, Daniel, Schaefer, Stanley, Reber, not Reiber. Coach came up and said, I was watching. It's just a Monroeville thing. Stieber, Reber.
That's true.
Bieber. I don't know if there's any Biebers
Justin
out there,
Bieber from
but
Monroeville.
I just kept it going. And then Farley. The Lady Eagles, coached by head coach Kendra Snook. Buckeye Central head coach Missy McDougal. We want to welcome everybody also watching live and free this evening. Let us know where you're watching from. Give us a shout out. We'll shout you out. So, Hayden, we saw what Monroeville was able to do in this last meeting. What does Buckeye Central need to do, need to learn from that first matchup to have a chance tonight?
I think if anyone was watching the broadcast last night between Colonel Crawford and Galleon, not to just carry something over from last night, but I really think it comes down to confidence because it hasn't even just been this year. It's one of those mental things now where for the last 8 matchups, Monroeville has got it done. It hasn't just been this season. It's been the last previous seasons because inevitably they usually play twice a year. They play in the regular season as kind of a district tune-up and to kind of gauge where they're at, and then they normally meet here in the tournament. So for the last 4 to 5 seasons, it's been all that. So I think they've got the keys. They've got the players on this Buckeye Central lineup this year to get it done. They just got to believe in themselves and have fun playing the game that they practice so much. You put in so much work, allow it to pay off. It's easier said than done, but you want to allow yourself to enjoy what you're going out there to do.
Let's take a look at head coach Kendra Snook's squad. They haven't been swept since 2017.
That's pretty mind-boggling.
And they played some very good opponents this year. Their first matchup of the season, they fell in 5 to a Vermilion squad that's playing Lexington for a district semifinal tonight. Seneca East, who we'll see in the second semifinal, they've lost in 4 sets. And, everybody else, Mohawk was a close match. Galleon, I believe they played close match.
Did.
So, don't let that deceive you. They played really good competition in the non-conference and in the conference. We talk about this every time the last couple of weeks. They were down 2-0 at home to Western Reserve. All Western Reserve needed was one more set to clinch a share of the Firelands Conference. And what does Monroeville do? They sweep the last 3 to get the outright championship.
Well, I mean, as you said, they had to take on Vermilion and Seneca East as 2 opponents in their first 3 matches. What they do after, they went on to win their next 9 until having to play Galleon and Mohawk, then won their last 3 matches after that.
And we are underway in this Division 4 district semifinal. Dinked over, kept alive, kind of a yummy for Daniel. But Buckeye Central will get another chance. McDougal blocked. Off to the right side and just inside the line. Buckettes strike first. It's 1-0.
Great job to drop that one inside the boundary. Just one of the few ones Lily White wasn't able to get to on time. Buckeye Central will take the early 1-0 lead.
Adrian Jury with the verdict. A point for Buckeye Central. Not my best, but, Kimmy Bigland, last week's MVP, into the net, and the Lady Eagles tie this up as Lily White will go back to the service line for the Lady Eagles.
Another solid server for the Lady Eagles. She has 47 aces this season.
Back set McDougal, pushes it over the Daniel, off the block and down, 2-1 Monroeville.
A good attempt because you have to be ready for that. You have to be right there if you're Buckeye Central to try and block that. But Maddie just puts so much power on the ball that sometimes it's going to work out in their favor.
In system, McDougal. There's White. Power set over, change of pace, and that's something that having Maddie Daniel on the outside for you, because you have to focus on her, but every once in a while they'll just flip things off and get the point that way. It's 3-1.
Yeah, and it's critical to have that when you have a player like Maddie, who's known for a lot of her power. She can change pace too, but anything that you can do to get creative and change what a team thinks is the signature to you, that's when you become really dynamic.
Alexa Adams on the other side uses the net to her advantage, and it's 4 straight for the Lady Eagles. Buckettes in system, but a double hit. And this is something you can't allow Monroeville to do, is get a large lead early on, because very rarely have we seen them give up long runs.
Yeah, no, and usually when they're one of those teams that you don't have to have too much concern about. If they're able to create a cushion, they're very, very disciplined in keeping a lead that they're able to build.
But I will say, if one team could do it, it would be the McDougals and Buckeye Central here, as Daniel once again with the finish.
And I tend to agree. I mean, even though the Lady Eagles just pick up that last point, Buckeye Central, when you look at them on paper, they have got every piece that you want. I truly think, we'll have to see what happens with Monroeville after this season, but I kind of think that you could be looking at at least a district semifinal matchup between these two teams for at least the next 2 or 3 seasons.
Timeout, Buckettes. It's 7-1 Monroeville here early on. Buckeye Central first point, and then Monroeville has knocked this last 7 off here to take the early advantage. I want to welcome everybody once again. This is game number 1 of 2 that you will see here live and free, but a reminder, also at 7:30 this evening, Vermilion Lexington from Seneca East. In the other semifinal, we have a crew up there. I believe Bobby Weaver, old coach there, going to be with Brian Skoronsky on that call. But you want to stick it here because the second semifinal, the top seed, Seneca East, taking on the Cinderella Lucas Lady Cubs and one Shelby Grover. I put one of the best in the county on my tweet, and a bunch of Lucas fans said actually the best in the county. That might be true. It's just I haven't seen everybody play volleyball in Richland County, so I can't put that without seeing everybody else. But it's probably true. It's probably although the best athlete to ever come out of Lucas,
without a doubt,
all around. Nonetheless, back to action. White with the serve, down the middle, dug up, over the Daniel, off the block and down. And that's something with Maddie Daniel. You see that line where the back line can't cross over on Monroeville's side. Even if she's back there, she still has the power to get over like it's a spike right at the net. McDougal right back at you. And that's what Buckeye Central needs right there. Because when she's on that left side, that's her go-to, kind of like what we saw Daniel on the left side.
Yeah, and she's going to have to be that offensive creator. She's got 281 kills on the season and has been a really large source of their offense.
Daniel again. Good attempt by Buckeye Central, but it goes out 9-2. And we will have a substitution. Taryn Tyler comes in for Brooke Schaefer. Maddie Clark with the serve. McDougal from the middle off the block and down. So maybe Buckeye Central starting to get comfortable now. 2 straight points, 9-3.
Well, and that was a good in-system possession for them, and that's what you need. It's set one. You don't want to turn on panic mode instantly, even going down to a team like Monroeville. Try and earn a few points, get some in-system play working for you.
Maddie Daniel took a little off, but still effective. Finishing that off, it's 10-3. Now she will go back to serve for the Lady Eagles. 42 aces coming into this one.
Go say into the net on Monroeville.
Gets Buckeye Central back to within 6 here early on. Opening set. White is there. Back set swing. Brought up by Grace Colleen. McDougal from the back, too strong. It's 11-4.
Just too much power from Mara that time. Just put it right behind that back line.
Alexa Adams with the serve. Nearly an ace. Nice dig by Colleen. It turns into a free ball. Overpass. So the first mistake. Buckeye Central takes advantage.
And great effort from Colleen there on that series as well.
Marin McDougal with the serve. Down the middle, stays alive. Back set. Perfectly passed right towards the net. Another chance, though, for Monroeville. Nice rally going on here. McDougal into the net. Lady Eagles hold off on that one.
And that one hurts the Buckettes. You know, they when they're able to get Marin McDougal back there, they like to keep her back there. The team's best server, 56 aces coming into the year and 87.5% serve percentage. So you always want to try and keep her back there as long as they can.
Mistake. Free ball too strong. It's 13-5. So you thought Buckeye Central started to calm down, get back to within 5. But once again, Monroeville with a little bit of a run to extend. And I really apologize, Taryn. That's the announcer jinx once again. 13-6.
Well, and what's most striking is how quietly Monroeville grows their leads on you. It's not that they don't celebrate and cheer. I mean, they're one of the loudest teams we know with their pregame singing, but they just they when they get on the court, they do their job, and they just do it so well. And, you know, it's a business trip for them.
Addie Adams, just a little flick, and then she started running away. So I don't know if she meant to do that, but it seems like those points always go in their favor, even if they miss hit.
And instances like that, just great job controlling the body and readjusting to keep the play alive. Kind of getting back to one of our longer rallies of the evening now.
Punched over, avoids the overpass. Back set, dinked. Colleen is there. Set over, yummy, but missed. And Buckeye Central gets a point.
If you're BC, you'll take those points how you can get them. Like you said, sometimes mistakes can quickly turn into positives, so you just got to roll with it and allow that to continue.
It looked like the Monroeville block was going for the block instead of the yummy, and it kind of caught them off guard. They will get the point back on the service error, though. The second on Buckeye Central early on. Lily White with the serve. Too strong and out.
Yeah, you know, and line judge was really just more concerned about her.
I don't blame her.
She did a great job. Absolutely dodged that one. So didn't have quite the best view of it.
Showing off her dance moves?
Yes, I mean, I don't even know if I would have been that agile with it coming that quick.
McDougal, whew. Big swing and finish. It's a 16-8.
You know, one of those things that Mia McDougal gets talked about is just how tall she plays for what her height really is. Listed at 5'6", but plays like she's taller than most out on the court.
Little miscommunication there on the Lady Eagles, as White and Schaefer both went for that ball. Kind of collided, didn't let the free ball come back. 16-9. And an ace. So a bit of a run for the Buckettes here. They're within 6.
We'll see if they have a little bit of a push emerging here.
White. Blocked and down. Here come Buckeye Central.
And there's Mia McDougal again. She had 70 blocks coming into this evening, so one of those great defensive players for Buckeye Central this season.
Daniel from the middle blocked. White is there. Quick push over. McDougal dinks. Right back at her. Yummy, but too strong. She had a chance to get this to within 4, but just off the top of the fingertips and out.
Yeah, Monroeville dodges a bullet there. Looked like she was going to pull off a remarkable individual effort after the block, and then, you know, like you said, getting this one back down to 4, but now a series of mistakes has Monroeville back up all the way up to 7. They obviously enjoy having Maddie Clark back there serving as well, one of the most accurate servers on the team.
Over the Daniel. Overpass, another chance for Monroeville. Tyler into the net, though. 18-12. Little dink kept alive. Kennedy Deppen just tried to go across the net. It's blocked and down. She gets the kill.
Kind of, you know, not traditional either for us to not hear her name really called until this point in the set either. Doesn't lead in any particular statistical category volleyball-wise, but another instrumental piece to the Buckettes program this season.
Nice job by Buckeye Central to keep that alive, but then Daniel again with a chance finishes it off.
I think the impressive statistic that I read about Maddie Daniel this week, that she ranks #1 amongst all 4 teams that will be competing here tonight with 440 kills.
That serve go into the net. It's 19-14. Right side, big swing, but Colleen able to avoid that. It's out. Back to a 4-point set now.
A matrix moment for Colleen, and this was the perfect angle to see it at, too. Just able to move her neck and head out of the way on time.
Left side, Adams. Dug up by McDougal, but a double hit. And, you know, these district games always come down to a couple mistakes early on. You got to think, if Buckeye Central doesn't have that rough start, this is a very competitive set. Nonetheless, they still have a chance here, only down 5. Make it 4.
Yeah, I mean, it's not over dramatic to make statements like that. Once you get to this point in the tournament, mistakes are never a sought after thing, and they never really benefit you when you get yourself down in a hole, go down to a team. But I mean, they're critical here once you get to districts.
Chance for Monroeville. Good attempt by McDougal, but that just too strong. Finished off by the Lady Eagles. And there is Madison Reber with the finish. 21-16. Tyler. Yes, it's in. And a timeout, Buckeye Central.
First taken timeout from either side here of the match, and that was something I was going to bring up earlier too. These are two coaches that, you know, we've seen in their matchup earlier this year kind of just let both teams duke it out for the most part and battle that adversity while on the court. So I did expect to see timeouts utilized a little bit more here, though, tonight with what's at stake.
Once again, I want to welcome everybody watching live and free this evening on the OH Report. Hello to Barb, go Lady Eagles. Tracy, let's go Eagles. Becky, let's go line judge Jenny. Even rooting for the referees out there. I like that.
I am too, man. I mean, that did we replay that?
The point?
Her dodging it. That could go into our top plays, I think. Maybe an honorary nominee.
Oh, you never know.
Well, yeah, we'll have to ask the boss man for permission, but official top, we should make an officiating highlight reel. That would be quite entertaining.
Well, I wouldn't be in it because I will never be a ref. I cannot do it.
No, we're making it of them.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. About ready to get back into set number one now as Taryn Tyler awaits the go-ahead from the refs. Nearly an ace, kept alive. It's a free ball to Monroeville. Back set, Dinks stays alive. McDougal into the net. 23-16.
Ball just fell a little bit quicker than I think McDougal was expecting there. You know, she was winding up, charging up, and I think the ball just came down at that point. Was just going to be hitting it directly into the net.
Big swing, but too strong. 23-17.
It's Addie Adams for Monroeville, one of those freshmen that's really been a nice piece, nice addition to this varsity squad this year.
Blocked and down. It's two in a row for Buckeye Central.
And you're seeing some of those growing pains for some of those freshmen, just, taking on the more experienced Buckettes, but a lot of youth on their team too. Just one senior on the team this year, and that's Kennedy Deppen.
Blocked, but they say that went into the net was not blocked by Buckeye Central, so 4 hits, and it's back to a 4-point set as
this is the run they need, with only 2 points remaining for for Monroeville to take the set.
McDougal cross to Daniel. Quick set. Nice adjustment by Buckeye Central to keep it alive. And a double hit. Set point coming up for Monroeville. Costly mistake there by Buckeye Central when it looked like they might be able to get this to within 3. Abby Poths will serve. And a rotation error on Buckeye Central is how this first set's going to end. Monroeville takes it 25-19. They lead this district semifinal 1-0. We'll take a break. Be back live and free on the OH Report.
going to cheerleading camp next to the abandoned insane asylum. It's like throwing your blood away.
50% of Americans like watching blood get spilled in horror movies, but only 3% donate it. Now that's scary.
(25-19), Monroeville taking set number 1 over Buckeye Central. Travis Berardi back here from Willard with Hayden Gray, and bit of an adjustment to the lineup for Buckeye Central. Grace Colleen and Mara McDougal switching libero shirts. So McDougal now patrol the back, trying to change things up against this good offensive squad from Monroeville.
Hey, I don't, Coach McDougal, obviously an excellent coach, ton of experience, and has been with this program for a long time. So change things up, do whatever you got to do to, maybe throw Monroeville off a little bit into the second set. That's one of the things you kind of got to pick up on too. Monroeville wouldn't really know what happened unless they take a look when Buckeye Central takes the floor a second time.
Once again, want to welcome everybody watching live and free here on the OH Report. Let us know where you're watching from this evening. Give us a shout out. We'll shout you out. Brandy, let's go Maddie and Lily. Cameron, go Eags. Tim Kuhn watching as well. Tony, let's go Kimmy and the Lady Buckettes. Thank you all for watching. Nearly 200 people watching this district semifinal. We'll have the second as well between 6th-seeded Lucas and top seed Seneca East. Nearly a let ball there.
Yeah, Bigelow finally able to get one over the net, and it was a real nice serve. It's got to be pleasing for her to see after set 1 where she had 2 errors.
A lot of jousting play here. Lady Eagles with a chance. Back set, front slide, blocked. Yummy. And finished off by McDougal. Buckeye Central again takes the first point of the set. A lot of play up close to the net on that point. Another let can be brought right back over. Chance for Buckeye Central to extend, but an error. 1-1.
Clark will check in now. Excuse me, it's not Clark. I don't have my glasses on tonight. Yep.
Adams for Poths. And Poths will serve. McDougal from about 5 feet behind the net. Now over to Daniel. And finishes it off. It's 2-1.
So much power on full display, and it's kind of been just on a broken record on that side tonight. Buckeye Central doing their best. I don't know what else you really can do than just try and time things up and block her if she's going to get the ball in system.
4 hits. So again, like the first set, Buckeye Central gets the first point, and then Monroeville starts a run.
Well, and the more I think about it too, it obviously had to be a game plan for Buckeye Central tonight to try and get the ball away from Maddie Daniel as much as possible and not allow her to get it in system. That's got to be a goal. But then you also don't want to dictate your entire offensive plan around it. That's one of those complications of volleyball. Trying to keep it away from one player on the opposing side can really dictate what you're able to do.
That one, she tried the corner, but a little too strong. It's 4-2. Marin McDougal back to serve. White able to hold that off, but nobody there to get it. It's an ace. It's 4-3.
Don't see that happen too often with this Monroeville team, but one of those classic moments of, just miscommunication. no one was sure after the dig from Lily White who was supposed to be the next move.
That's off the antenna, so we're tied up. Daniel got a little bit too close to the net off to that left side, couldn't get the angle. Buckettes in system. White is there with a dig. Over the Daniel, off the block and down. Buckettes, or Monroeville, retakes the lead 5-4.
I just can't help but think every time you see one of those big hits or emotion displayed on them that there's just so much, not, in a negative way, but just so much thinking about what happened last season that they're out on a mission this year, wanting to get back to that stage and, right the wrong that happened last year.
That point was all Lily White. You see the dig there from about 6 feet behind.
Entered tonight with
drops.
554 digs. A couple other stats for her this year: 47 assists and 426 receptions. On those, only 35 times has she recorded an error.
McDougal from the middle, off the block and down. 6-5 Monroeville in a pivotal second set for the Buckettes.
Yeah, this is a critical one. We talked about how Monroeville was in that circumstance this year and was able to pull off 3 straight set wins. This is nothing to take away from Buckeye Central, but that's very hard to do flipped around. I don't know too many teams that could take 3 in a row if Monroeville were to happen to win this one.
This will be a free ball to Buckeye Central. Chance to tie it up here. McDougal from the middle. Didn't get a big swing on it, so Monroeville will get a chance. And who else but Maddie Daniel to finish it. We will have a substitution. Tyler in for Schaefer. Maddie Clark with one of the curviest serves you'll have. And right as I say that, look at.
I don't know if Buckeye Central was ready for that one, just to be completely honest.
Well,
I don't think they were ready for it.
At the Eagles' nest, we had that angle to where you saw it's like a 12-6 curveball.
It is difficult, as you saw there on the reception, but I think they just clearly weren't ready for the whistle to begin play yet.
Great dig by McDougal. Monroeville another chance. Daniel off the block, but right there is Marin. That shot, yes, I agree with the ref. It was close. Yep.
Yeah. I know it's still hard to tell on that angle, even on our instant replay, but
it looked like
it definitely still the shadow looks like it dropped just right before that line.
Even if it touches the line, that's all it needs to do.
I don't think it did.
That's the right call. And now 2 straight from Buckeye Central. It's 8-7.
It all comes down to, can they sustain a run? They just haven't been able to do so tonight. BC looking to do that here.
And we saw them, they led against Monroeville a couple times, but then Monroeville would finish off with a long run to finish the sets off. That's a free ball. Buckettes with a chance to tie here. Right at the net, but into the net on the set. Makes it 9-7.
Both teams struggling with close net play tonight. Once they've been in that area, around the circle of the W, it gets really difficult.
So it'll be a free ball. Chance for Monroeville. Back set, big swing, but just out.
Official made the right call there. A little bit further past the line. Still close, similar to that last play we saw go the other way, but a lot of speed on that one. I think it just won the carry past that line.
Dink. Received by Buckeye Central. Kimmy Biglin ties it up. Right down Main Street. We're tied. Grace Colleen now in the red jersey will serve. Daniel from the back, miss hit. That's a rarity from her, and Buckeye Central now leads 10-9.
First lead of the match coming midway here through the second set.
Daniel had to fight that off. It'll be a free ball. Great dig by McDougal. It'll go back to Monroeville. Adams. McDougal there again. It'll be another free ball. Quick serve or set, and we're tied. The power set. And once again, Monroeville changing things up, and it's working.
Yeah, it was time for some creativity to find its way back into this match. It has been a lot of power, which isn't a bad thing, but not too many teams have switched the tempo.
Adams into the net. And we've seen this set, Monroeville didn't have that early run. Buckeye Central stuck with it. And now, they're starting to settle in. Deppen with the serve. Right down the middle. Reber.
All started with that reception by Maddie Daniel, 287 coming in on the evening for her.
Do you think they have Bieber on their playlist? Reber sings Bieber?
Oh, if they did, we would have had to have heard it by now.
Back set, Biglin with the dink and right down the line. Gets over the head of Maddie Daniel, and Buckeye Central and Monroeville now exchanging points.
It's the first time I've ever seen Lily White hesitate, even for a second. Just wasn't ready for that one.
Biglin to serve. Right at Daniel. Back set, swing. Finish, tie game again.
Tell you what, Adams has looked really impressive on those cross shots tonight.
We got Addie Adams. I looked at the wrong roster there.
And just a freshman, too. One of those ones I mentioned earlier has really stepped up this year.
Yeah, they have a little bit more balance because of these freshmen. But they still have a big swinger like Maddie Daniel. I think if these freshmen would have been freshmen last year with the team that Monroeville had, they'd have a state championship. And that's not saying anything bad about last year's team either. It's just they're so balanced now with them. As Daniel there with the block.
I mean, if the way of their play this season continues, this group this year may just have that chance.
And on the other side, like you mentioned with Buckeye Central, all the McDougals are coming back.
Yeah.
Only one leaving is Deppen. And a swing like that, yeah. This could be
I mean, because you go
next
up
year's district as well.
You go up and down the line. Mara McDougal, a freshman. Mara, a sophomore. Mia, a junior. And then you take a look, Kimmy Biglin, a junior.
Colleen, a sophomore.
So, I mean, you're looking at virtually the exact same Buckeye Central team you'll see next year with the absence of Deppen.
Blocked, stays alive. Bit of miscommunication, but they're able to get the free ball. Back set, yes. Reber. And now you have it set up offensively where you have Maddie Daniel on the left, Reber on the right, so that your setter can go either way and be comfortable with the finish.
Most definitely.
White with the serve. Great adjustment by Clark to keep that alive. McDougal back line stays up. Down the middle blocked. White is there. Daniel with the swing. That was Biglin with the dig. Another chance for Monroeville. Over the Daniel, off the block. And that's just a tough play for Abby Poths. If she's not there, that block goes out of bounds, but she was just in the wrong place at the wrong time. It deflects off of her out of bounds, and it's a point for the Buckettes. They needed that. That's a big point for Buckeye Central to keep this within one. Let ball, It's an ace, and now we're tied. So remember these two plays if Buckeye Central is to pull this out.
This reminiscent of the second set when they played earlier in the regular season. That one went 26-24 to Monroeville.
Over the Daniel. That was deflected, yep.
And that connection's been almost automatic all year long. Maddie Clark, probably one of the best setters in the area. 300 more assists this season than any other player here at Districts. She has 784. That's top 20 in the state.
Yeah. McDougal with the dink. Daniel's there. Daniel now will get a swing and
add another assist to the count.
You saw, because the play was over on this close side, that opened up on the left side, and Daniel able to use that line to her advantage. It's 17-15. Maddie Clark back again to serve. 76 aces, make that 77 to lead the team. Or 78, they had one earlier. Anyway, timeout, Buckeye Central. And Monroeville with its largest lead since early on in this set, 18-15.
All right, see exactly, we're in that repetitive cycle where it just so quietly, every time Monroeville, they faced a greater deal of adversity, and some of there's been more lead changes here in set two, but here we go. Another instance where Buckeye Central has to call a timeout because Monroeville back up to a 3-point lead late in the second set.
You're feeling that momentum shift, yeah. Let's go back to our comments section, Facebook and YouTube. Michelle, let's go Brooke Schaefer. Daniel, go Eagles. Josh, his wife and him coached with Coach Snook. Great coach. He is really great coach. Got great coaches on both sides with McDougal and Snook.
Yeah, two great school districts that we really enjoy covering, too.
The Eagle mascot is back.
Yep.
Maddie Daniels' mom in her suit that I interviewed her in last year after
That's
the regional.
Right.
Great crowd, as always, by the Monroeville side. Buckeye Central brought a good crowd, too, but this whole side by us completely filled with the black and yellow. Feel like I'm in Pittsburgh right now.
That's right.
Back set. Block is there for the finish. Take a look at the replay. Just hit that line to give Monroeville the point. 6 away from going up 2-0. McDougal down the middle. Over the Daniel. Yep.
It's just, it's 99.9% of the time it's just money from her. We have seen a few mistakes tonight, but she is human. I think sometimes it's hard to remember that with how spectacular she plays, but.
Biglin across. White to Daniel. That time blocked and finished. Yeah. Makes it 20-16. Buckeye Central was ready for that one. Deppen and McDougal. Backslide. Took some off of that. Monroeville will have another chance. Over the Daniel. This time just inside the line.
Just 4 points away now.
Maddie Daniel back to serve. 42 aces coming into this. 6 players with over 35 aces on this team. Bit out of sync there, but Daniel will get a swing across. Buckeye Central in system. Biglin The Raptors actually kept that one in play for Monroeville as they get the let ball. Deppen pushes it across. There's White. Set up for Adams and down.
Yeah, Deppen and Bigland went for the block, but it took a bounce off, and very, very similar now to set number 1 where that second timeout was called. Obviously, that one ended up 25-19 if you're just now tuning in, but 22-16, and Monroeville looks to possibly be soaring into set 3 up 2-0.
Buckeye Central led this 15-14, but a big run here by the Lady Eagles has them back out in front here in set number 2. Once again, another reminder, about a half hour after the conclusion of this one, we'll have the second semifinal between top-seeded Seneca East and 6th-seeded Lucas. But we still have a little bit left here in this set. Buckeye Central down 6, and kind of like that Colonel Crawford Galleon match we called last night, Buckeye Central's going to need a 3 or 4 point run right now if they want to do something.
Yep. It's got to come, and it's got to be critical, and you've just really got to be confident. You can't let too much get you down. You know, Monroeville's probably going to get another point here or there
help
in that run, but
yeah, 22-17. Back to serve will be Grace Colleen. She has 9 aces going into this. Little dink kept alive. Deppen had to back up. Off balance there.
Yeah,
just unlucky. It was a not that great of a pass, and Monroeville 2 points away.
Yeah, that you could tell that one was tough on Deppen, but she was put in a really tough situation while she was, moving backward. She does a nice job handling those sometimes, but that was just too much to overcome.
Bigland gets the point back. As Kennedy, not only one of the captains of this squad, but the captain of the girls basketball team that's going to be district favorites most likely. Saw head coach Abram Capel here.
Staring at us right across the way, actually.
His ears were itching or something. He knew we were talking about him. This will be a free ball. Chance for Buckeye Central to get to within 5, but a double hit. It'll be set point for Monroeville.
Fans can feel it now.
Lady Eagles with a chance to take the 2-0 match lead here. Tyler, the serve. The sophomore gets it over. Left side. Somehow stays alive, but into the net. We'll have another set point coming up. Bigland will serve.
And they'll need some of those ones like she started off set number 2 with those low line drive let balls. Started off really nice from the serving position at the beginning of the set.
White is there. Nearly some miscommunication, and that's not going to get over the net. So another one, 24-20.
She threw him off. I really think that serve threw him off. Came with a lot of power, and they had to completely readjust based around the way they received it.
Yeah, you saw White fight that off. White is there this time. Overpass adjusted by Clark. White again with the dig. Over to Adams, and that'll finish it off. Monroeville was set away from the district championship. They take it 25-20. They lead it 2-0. We'll take a break. Be back with set number 3 live and free on the OH Report.
Number 1 receiver coming from to Shelby Whippet's Isaiah Ramsey.
He's caught our attention over here, and we're certainly going to keep an eye on the Willard Flashes.
We will see you next week on the Stat Leaders, brought to you by Spencer of Mansfield.
There's the Eagle mascot. She's pretty happy right now as Monroeville leads this 2-0, 25-19, 25-20. Travis Berardi back here with Hayden Gray from Willard High School, and just like the first set, Monroeville able to make a run, this time at the end of the set to take it, make it 2-0.
It's gonna be interesting to see. Almost carbon copy of set one that ended 25-19. Buckeye Central improved by a point that time, but we talked a lot about maybe our ideas of how this match would go tonight, and I really thought, okay, after their meeting earlier this season, I truly think that Buckeye Central is capable with the level of talent that they have of taking a set. So we'll have to see if they're able to turn a page here in set three and try and fight for a comeback, or, Monroeville, when they start to, it's like smelling blood in the water. When they have that advantage, they want to go in and just end things. So we'll see.
And we're underway. In system, Biglin off the block and down, and for the third consecutive set, Buckeye Central takes the first point.
And that's the thing. They're very, very competitive sets. That's the thing that you have to take away here. It's not like at all when Monroeville, you saw, took on Mansfield Christian. I think a big gap between Buckeye Central and Mansfield Christian, but still, the Lady Eagles really are having to earn these sets. Buckeye Central just unfortunately hasn't had those kind of, the clutchness in the late game.
Daniel gets Monroeville on the board.
Yeah. Had that one timed up perfectly.
Not much you could do with that.
No. Now Lily White will step back to serve.
And it's an ace. We're tied at 2. And that's just one of those that just drop off the face of the earth after it crosses the net.
And here we go. These next 5 points will be critical as well. Buckeye Central usually builds a few-point lead. Monroeville fights back and then normally goes up by about 3 or 4. So Buckeye Central breaking that trend as we speak.
Jury with the finish. McDougal with the serve. Over to Adams. Stays alive. Dink at the net. Over to Maddie. Backline to Biglin. Miss hit. We're tied at 3.
It's a nice little rally that we had. Colleen for Buckeye Central kicked things off, did a really nice job of adjusting and keeping things alive. And then Biglin just, she's been on the short end of some of these hits tonight. Things aren't exactly going as much, as she would like them to.
Ooh, collision on the dig. Looks like everybody's all right. We're back to action. Jury off the block and down, 4-3. But back earlier in that rally, you saw Poths and White kind of collide. They're able to get back up. Looks like everybody's fine. As McDougal will serve. Over the Daniel. 8-ball corner pocket.
And now she'll step back to serve for the Lady Eagles.
And you see on the replay, she saw one of the Buckeye Central defenders kind of creep up to the net, and she saw that opening, was able to just dink it right in. And she gets an ace, 5-4 Monroeville. Second ace of the set by the Lady Eagles, and I said this earlier, 6 players with over 37 aces this season. It's not just coming from 1 or 2, it's coming from 6 players. Huge swing and finish there by McDougal.
That was a much needed, I think, frustration point taken out on the volleyball there. And also gets Buckeye Central tied back up.
You said the next 5 points were critical. Still tied.
Yeah, there we go. Could be another point for point type match, or excuse me, set.
Deppen pushes it across. There's White. Over to Adams, blocked. White is there again. Adams again, this time with the dink. Deppen pushes over. This will be a free ball. Who's going to get this? Left side, Maddie Daniel there. Quick set. This time stays alive. That's the first time that's happened where it wasn't a point. Adams off the net and down. A lot of positives from both sides there, but Monroeville getting the point.
Yeah, they just had the upper hand. They're more reactive, quicker on their feet tonight. Those are all things that, you know, those are outliers that will separate you from the competition.
Another ace. Adams gets the kill, comes back to the line. That's the third time that's happened, too. Player gets the kill, comes back with a serve, and gets the ace. 7-5 Monroeville. Low serve just over the net. Deppen pushes over. Blocked and down. 7-6.
Colleen will step back to serve by Buckeye Central.
Down the middle. Stays alive. It'll be a free ball. Adams again this time. She gets the finish. On the BS Media replay. 8-6 on the BS Media scoreboard. For affordable video production in North Central Ohio, nobody has better quality and better prices than BS Media Productions. Contact Brian Skoronsky today. Biglin. This time, White unable to get a hand on it. Well, she still had a hand on it,
she
but
did.
In front, I should say.
I'm sure when she sees the film on that, too, it's one of those that she'd probably, if she had a second shot, let it go over. Looked like that one probably would have sailed out of bounds, but decision-making so tough back there. We're just so accustomed to them not really getting put in those kind of situations.
Deppen with the serve. Back set, swing, blocked and down. We're tied at 8.
Definitely the most powerful block of the night. Sent that thing back about 10 to 12 feet.
Kimmy Biglin with the block. Reber, that time blocked. Over the jury. White is there. Reber, but White bails him out again. This will be a free ball. From the middle, McDougal. In system now. Backslide, too strong. Buckeye Central leads. Nine, 8. Reber, again, too strong, and it's 4 in a row by Buckeye Central that take the 2-point lead.
They've been able to stay fairly fresh doing so. Obviously, the last few of these just hit too strong by Monroeville, but handed back over now on the missed serve.
It was a nice run, though, by Deppen from the service line. Just maybe ran out of steam there. Posts now for Monroeville with the serve. In system, back set, kept alive. Free ball, another chance for Buckeye Central. Biglin, too strong.
Buckeye Central asking for a tip, but don't think any official had a good look at that.
We did. I don't think I saw a block there.
No, I don't think
It looks
so.
like actually they whiffed on the block and their hands were already down by the time the ball went across. Biglin again, and again, too strong. So 4 straight for Buckeye Central, now 3 straight for Monroeville. They lead again 11-10. Jury stays alive. Maddie Daniel now to McDougal. Biglin from the middle. Stays up. Daniel again off the block and down. Haven't said much to Daniel's name here in his 3rd set, but it don't matter because there's so many good players.
No, I think they've been extremely well-balanced tonight with a ton of key contributors. Definitely going to make our decision difficult tonight whenever we have to decide the player of the match.
Well, that might be one right there, Reber. Right down Main Street. Timeout, Buckeye Central. 13-10 Monroeville. A 5-0 run.
Yeah, you're not wrong, Travis. And honestly, I know I've mentioned her name a couple of times tonight, but really been impressed by the play of Addie Adams, the freshman.
Let's go back to our comments. There's the mascot.
Taking flight.
Kathy Barman, great job both teams. Grew up a Buckette, now in Eagle Country. That's some great volleyball though, both sides.
Not a bad side to be on.
Deb Andrews, go Eagles. Craig Miller, keep it going girls, go Lady Eagles. Nancy Kramer, let's go Eags. Brodog on YouTube.
Sick name.
Go Lady Eagles.
See the YouTube. Anyone watching on YouTube, don't be shy to drop a comment. I know that usernames on there can be a little funny sometimes, but we get a lot of entertainment out of it.
Yeah. Just keep it PG.
Yeah, no.
I just, you got to say
like Brodog, that's funny.
Brodog, that's good. I like that. Reber, back-to-back points. 14-10. And now all of a sudden, Monroeville 11 points away from district championship appearance. Number 6. Nearly an ace. Daniel set up and finishes.
And that thing traveled on top of that net for a little while. Was trying to decide whether it was going to fall for a block or stay on path for Daniel, and it did.
7-0 run now for Monroeville. Back set, Biglin. Yes. Kimmy trying to keep her team alive here. Tucks that inside the line. She will now serve. Reber kept alive by McDougal. It'll be a free ball. In system, Maddie Daniel, full set of speed.
Yeesh. Yeah, Daniel, all business, looking to get this thing wrapped
Kind
up.
of had that jump man look, too, at one point as she was swinging. That was at 110% power that time. Lily White to serve. McDougal, little lofted shot, stays up. Backslide, swing, stays up by Biglin. Jury will get the point. (16-12). In system, Adams. Overpass is flicked down. Joust stays alive. Daniel blocked, but there's Lily White again. Daniel will get another swing at it, this time just with the power flick.
Great defense from Buckeye Central on full display.
Quick set. Right at the net again, dinked. Man, the reaction of both sides right now. Daniel right down the middle. There's Bigland. Free ball. Maddie will get another chance. This time she says enough.
I mean, it went from watching Bigland, I feel for her. She's still shaking her hands after the remarkable reception on the first one from Daniel, and then
timeout, Buckeye Central, their final timeout of the set. But yeah,
I'd have the same reaction.
Speechless.
I mean, I think if it hit my hands, I'd probably cry.
And as I see this in the comments section, Jason, Maddie is a monster by that net. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Sharon Snipes watching from right here in Willard. Hello, Sharon. Nequa, go Eeks. Haley, go Eagles on YouTube. Over 250 watching. We've had some great numbers this week on all of our live streams. I mean, once you get the tournament time, you got to watch it, right?
For sure.
And that's why you need to watch semifinal number 2. Yeah, half after this.
Yeah, anyone who may be doing a little bit of scouting watching this one go down right now, obviously they still need to have the OHSA mandated 30-minute warm-up. So it'll start a little bit past 7:30, but
and we need our MVP interview as well. Buckets in system. McDougal right down the middle. Gets the point back. (17-13) as Mara will get back to serve. You see in the background the Lady Tigers, Seneca East, getting ready. Daniel finishes it off.
Scores table that time with the reflexes.
Maddie now will serve. Let ball ace.
Now, I don't know. That might be stuff that you practice, but I really think there's not going to be too many players that tell you that's just not a lot of luck.
That has to be the furthest spot down the net that you're able to get that. McDougal kept alive. Lily White will get a swing, and she gets the finish.
Yeah. White obviously as a primary assist maker and back there at the libero position doesn't have a ton of opportunities to rack up the kills.
McDougal maybe started a little early, had to slow up. Adams off the block, stays alive. Quick flick over. McDougal again. There's Lily White. Quick set and finish. Monroeville 4 points away. And Buckeye Central has used their timeouts up.
Yeah. Yep, no timeouts remaining for the Buckettes, so difficult situation. Going to have to figure this one out while still on the court.
McDougal out of bounds. This time, Daniel looked right at the student section, too, said, you jinxed me.
Yeah, obviously. Never want to get too premature on anything. And that shows a lot of maturity, too, from this group. As fun as and entertaining as that is.
I don't think that was tipped. So it's 22-15.
Yeah, it never looked like it changed its direction or flight path.
McDougal with the serve. There's Lily White. Adams off the block and down. 2 points away.
Now these are two crucial serves that we'll see from Alexa Adams, also a freshman.
Biglin, not tipped. And it's match point. 9 match points. Backside, finishes it off, it's over. Monroeville wins it, 25-15. 300 wins for Kendra Snook. Lady Eagles, another date in a district championship. Wow. We'll take a break. We'll be back with our MVP interview. After this, you're watching high school volleyball live and free right here on the OH Report.
There's a blood shortage and we came up to Dead Lover's Point at midnight on Friday the 13th.
Lame.
Guess I'm gonna waste all this blood by dying in a predictable horror movie way.
50% of Americans like watching blood get spilled in horror movies, but only 3% donate it. When was the last time you donated blood?
Take a look at all the action from Friday Night Football right here in North Central Ohio with great analysis, highlights, coach interviews, and so much more every single Friday night right here on the OH Report.
Nice look to Denbo.
Green guarding her. Beautiful
behind the back move. Oh my goodness, ankle breaker, and it's the shot. Wow!
Being aggressive and traveling, or he's trapping. Inside to Holloway.
2-on-2 fast break. Ramsey has it, takes it herself, off the glass, and Curfew comes back.
Time now for our BS Media Productions MVP, and it is Monroeville freshman middle hitter Madison Reber. First of all, Madison, congratulations. Another district championship appearance, looking for your 5th consecutive district championship this year. Growing up in middle school playing volleyball, watching these girls do it so many times as an 8th grader, watching them go to the Final Four, just how excited does it get you to get to this team and to play volleyball for Monroeville?
It's just so great, and I've always looked forward to being there myself, so it's just a great experience.
And there's a lot of you freshmen this season that have really contributed. Addie, Alexa, Addison, and yourself, big contributors. Just what all have you guys worked on over the course of the season to make you guys so successful so quick with this team?
I think we worked a lot on individual things, but we also worked on being a good team and playing well together.
Okay, second time you've met Buckeye Central this year. You guys played a close one, a sweep at home earlier, but just take me through this match. You guys got out early in the first set, won that one, and the last two were more competitive. Just what did you guys go through out there on the court?
We were just basically making sure that we didn't get too confident. We were just going to keep going through the whole game like we were going to win, but we couldn't be too confident that we were going to.
Gotcha. And I saw right at the end, this is Coach Snook's 300th win. Just how cool is it being a part of that for her?
I thought it was really awesome. I'm so excited to be part of that and just proud of us.
Okay, and final 2 questions first. You're either going to get a rematch with Seneca East or you're going to play Lucas. Just what do you guys need to do on Thursday to win a district championship?
I think we just need to focus and play good as a team and just give it everything we have.
All right, and finally, as always, you look into the camera, give anybody a shout-out that you like. Go for it.
I just like to shout out the seniors because they all are doing very well, and I just can't wait to spend the rest of the season with them.
All right, there you go. Today's MVP, Monroeville freshman Madison Reber. Congratulations and good luck on Thursday.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you to Madison as we wrap things up from here. 3-0 sweep for Monroeville. Buckeye Central, they will finish the season 12-12. And like we said, Monroeville gets the winner of our next match, which we'll have on the air in about 15 minutes. So we got to get off here and restart everything. But that'll wrap it up here from Willard semifinal number 1. I want to thank everybody that helped make things possible. Garrett Parlett, who will be on the call with me for game number 2. On the camera, Hayden Gray, as always, my color guy. BS Media Productions, sponsoring everything tonight for affordable video production in North Central Ohio. Nobody has better quality and better prices than BS Media Production. Contact Brian Skoronsky today, Brian at OH.REPORT. He'll get you hooked up. Also want to thank the fine folks here at Willard High School and everybody down at the OHSA for allowing you to see these matches live and free on the OH Report. And most importantly, we want to thank you, the fans, for watching. Also, North Central State College for our commercial sponsor. Got to get them in there as well. But for Hayden Gray, I'm Travis Berardi saying so long for now. We'll be back in about 15 minutes with game number 2.